Hey, Welsh Dragon Metals here. Today I'll be making some metal killer charms. That's gallium, which annihilates aluminium. It's a type of liquid metal. Has an exceptionally low melting temperature and it can melt in your hand. So you put in chunks of these inside of these charm bottles in order to make little charms. This one's already got quite a bit in it and has turned into a small mirror. There's the gallium inside of there that has been melted. Very easy to melt. Could melt it in your hand, or I would be using some boiling water. Just putting the jars in there with some material inside, and it will melt easily. I'll also be adding a couple of chains to a couple of them to turn them straight into charms, and adding some filigree to the corks. So I'll do the corks first. Gold beads. This one's quite difficult to get on the stock, on the piece of metal. Could be like that sometimes. Try it with a different one. No, that one's not going in. We'll have to get more in a second. That's what it's supposed to do. Slide straight on. Holes on these are perfectly formed as opposed to the other one here. Absolutely tiny hole on that. Just going to get more tools. Lots more beads in here. Pick a nicely formed one. This one should go on quite easily. Yep, suspected as much. It was just the one bead that was bad. So let's add some filigree components. These are actually squished torus bead holders. All this material is gold plated. I'm going to snip off a good deal of this, as I will be gluing it in place into the cork. For which I have this stone, a bit of granite, and some standard glue, super glue, liquid, high strength stuff. Don't need much of that, just a droplet or even less on the end of the bit of metal before you put it into the cork. Stops it slipping out or being pulled out with ease, which you don't want. Just that much. And there's one done. Filigree on top of the cork. Little gold bead and some nice gold plated material. 3 more to go. If you want to see the finished result, skip ahead. Like and subscribe while you're at it. A little bit more off that. Make sure it's the right direction. little droplet right on the end, if even that, and just push it through the cork. Cork is very soft, shouldn't have much trouble pushing within. Cork is a strange shape. Push it a bit more. So that seems to be a bit loose for some reason. Pliers and cutters definitely necessary for this material. I've already put one on there. Glue is starting to dry now. A little bit more. Last one, and I'll fill the charm bottles up, which are actually made of boron glass, type of lab glass, pretty unreactive. Lots of glassware and stuff is made of that type of glass. Great for charm bottles also. I have many of these type things. All containing different stuff. Always make for very nice charms. So that's the gluing done. No more glue fumes. Gallium next. 3 jars here. Get some gallium out of there. Shards left in there. Don't actually need too much in each, as it will melt down. This is pure gallium. It's not particularly poisonous or dangerous, but you probably wouldn't want to eat it. I doubt it would taste nice. Probably taste metally. As you can see, it breaks quite easily. Make sure there's a good in each. Some will have more than others, but it will melt quickly, so it doesn't really matter. From this, it's already started to melt onto my hands, you can see there. Lots of little bits, put them in these jars. Very shiny material. It's actually used for the back ends of mirrors, or can be. Then we have some warm water here. I will put more in there. And this will quickly help to melt the gallium. There's the information on the gallium there on the element bottle. Try and get a good focus on that. There we go. As you can see, it's pure. It's elemental number 31. Was 20 grams in here. There isn't anymore. And it's non-flammable, non-reactive, and has only a very slight health hazard. But it's incredibly dangerous to metal, specifically aluminium. Plenty of videos online of that, along with its destructive tendencies. You can see it's already started to melt there. Give it a little longer. This one was made at a previous time and is already complete. You can see the gallium in there has practically turned it into a mirror, so it's quite hard to see with the camera. You can see that. So there's one already done. Put a chain upon that now, while the gallium inside of the other containers is melting. There's one for emergency aluminium destroying needs. As you can see, it's strangely reflective, just like a mirror. These are all nice and liquefied now. Close up there. That's still not liquid, but it is melting quite nicely, as you can see. Now that is liquefying alright. You can see it's adhered to the bottom. How are the others doing? Oh, that one's very liquid. Look at that. So give that a little shake and it'll stick to the glass. Look at that. And there's the mirror-like material that it'll create. Hope you can see the liquefied jiggling aluminium there. It's actually cool to the touch, this glass, but it only takes less than the human body temperature, so like 26 degrees I believe, something like that. But it has an exceedingly low melting temperature, gallium. So that one's definitely ready. Put that aside. Same for this one. Whoa, look at that. Very cool. Very tiny amount of water in there. It's actually aiding the flow of that. And it's not sticking to the glass as much because of it. I have to wait for that to dry out. Not an issue. Look at that. Liquid gallium. Whoop. Strange material indeed, is it not? And the last one. It's fully liquefied now. And it's starting to stick to the glass, unlike the other one. Look at that. Oof, mirror. Very nice. And there's the liquid gallium in the bottom, still sloshing round. This one sort of turned into a little pebble. But they're all done. Just need to put the filigree corks on them, and another chain on one. Finish it all up. Yep, I just melted metal with some warm water. Very little warm water. It's actually almost cold. Ugh. Put the corks in now. Give it a nice shake. This one, if you remember, had a very slight bit of water in. Try and get that out of there. There we go. Got a good shake. See if we can get some of it to stick to the glass. There we go. It's also stuck to the cork, but it will do that. And the last one. As you can see, it's all still in a liquid state. Look at that, the mirror material that it creates after a good shake. There's a nice gap within it too, so you can still observe within inside the jar. Interesting metal killer charms. There's plenty of videos online you can find of gallium's destructive properties against metals. It is most destructive, but that would take longer than I have, and I would probably need to time-lapse the video in order to fully show you the nastiness of gallium. I think I will put some gold filled clasp straight onto these ones. Might as well. These are 18 karat gold filled clasps. Very nice. May add a bit of extra chain to these gold filled clasps at some point. A couple of links maybe, so it dangles very slightly better. All done. Very cool. Let's have an investigate. So, if you wore this on a necklace or some such, I assume it will probably be always melted and in that sort of gooey, sloshy state. And if you agitate it, it will end up like that, like a mirror. As I said, these have 18 karat gold filled clasps. You can see there. Very, very shiny. And there are some strange usage charms. Well, till next time.